What's good, everyone? I finished the link level grind for this unit over the weekend, so I figured I would go ahead and showcase the unit. Now, even though the skill sets more or less would benefit this guy on the Vegeta's family category, after trying out a variation of a couple teams, I ended up going with a hybrid Saiyan setup because honestly the team building option was a lot better, and I was able to build a lot more optimal teams given the available units within that category setup. So without further ado, let's talk about the unit real quick. Again, this is the brand new Super Battle Road. I shouldn't say brand new, it's been out for a couple weeks, but it's the newest Super Battle Road Reward LR, and it is the Teen Trunks unit. Even though Bulma and the Kid Trunks is in the card art, the unit itself is Teen Trunks, so it does make farming SA a little bit easier in that regard. Now, from a leader skill standpoint, it is a Vegeta's family category key +4, HP attack and defense increase of 120%, so not too terrible. If you're lacking any Vegeta family category leads, I guess this could be an optional leader skill for you. And in terms of the super attack, you've got the 12 key, which raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to enemy. The 18 key super attack will raise attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega-colossal damage to enemy. I can't remember exactly what my skill over settings were. Probably like in the variation of 1511 or 1214 or whatever. But I kind of tried to create a little bit of a balance between additional attack and crits. And in terms of passive skills, and I will go ahead and tell you, for this showcase in particular, I really just ran this unit in the first or second slot. I didn't really test them out on the third slot because, honestly, for a showcase, it's a little bit difficult to just use this guy as a floater in terms of getting the amount of rotations you need for the recordings or whatnot. So I will go ahead and preface by saying mostly the footage you'll see on here is the LR Trunks being on the first or second slot. Now, the reason why I say that is the parameters built around his passive skill is dependent upon which slot he's on in the rotation. So attack and defense 80%, that's a base increase. Key +1, chance of evading enemies' attack including supers, plus 15% per Vegeta's family category ally self-excluded, attacking in the same turn. So of course, depending on how many Vegeta's family category allies you have on particular rotation, you'll get a benefit toward increased key and evading abilities. Now, in terms of the second set of skill sets this guy has, defense increase of 60%, in all allies key +3 as the first attacker in the turn, attack and defense increase of 30%, and Vegeta's family category allies get key +3 as the second attacker in the turn, and then key +3, an attack increase of 60% as the third attacker in the turn. Now again, that's why I kind of broke down in this showcase. I predominantly went with the first or second slot in terms of each rotation for this unit. In terms of links, at max level links, you're looking at Royal Lineage. That's going to provide key +2, attack increase of 5%. Saiyan Warrior Race will be attack increase of 10%. Saiyan Lineage is key +2, attack and defense increase of 5%. Cold Judgment is defense increase of 25%. Shocking Speed will be key +2, defense increase of 5%. Let's see, Messenger from the Future is attack increase of 10%, and then Legendary Power is attack increase of 15% when performing a super attack. Now, in terms of the set of categories this guy's on, Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, Time Travelers, Vegeta's Family, Android Cell Saga, Bond of Master and Disciple, and then Battle Wits. I was actually on the fence whether to go with 3 different approaches. One being, of course, Vegeta's Family to optimize all the, or activate all of the different skill sets in the passive, but the other 2 I was thinking about was, obviously Hybrid Saiyans and then Battle Wits. I don't know if I said Hybrid Saiyans earlier. I almost feel like I said something different. Well, never mind. Anyways, at 100%, you're looking at HP of 17,738, attack is 18,596, and defense is 11,786. 12 key multiplier is 140%, and then the 24 key multiplier is 200%. And again, this is one of the newest units, in JP in terms of the free-to-play standpoint. Released on May 31st, 2021. So I guess it's quickly approaching a month since this guy's been out, but. Honestly, it's not too bad of a unit, especially from a Super Battle Road reward. I mean, typically they're not extremely broken or anything, but I think the benefit this guy brings is I think really built around the key boost. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Outside of the third slot, I mean, this guy's going to be able to provide key +3 to allies on the rotation. So a good example of this is it actually benefits a lot of the LR units on whatever relevant categories you decide to run this unit on. I think the biggest boost that of a unit that benefits from this guy is, for example, the AGL LR Majin Vegeta. It seemed like it was a lot easier to get either the 17 key or 18 key super attack, given this guy being on the rotation. It just, from testing on my end, it seemed like it was a little bit easier to pull that off. So that's a benefit, I guess, that this unit does bring. Now, in terms of like the evading abilities, you're kind of restricted to making sure you have two other Vegeta's family category allies on rotation in order to fully benefit from that. But the key boost obviously helps, just from having, said units on the rotation, but also depending on which slot you decide to run this guy on, you also get a further key boost up to 3. So it's quite easy to get the 12 key super or 18 key super attack. So it's certainly interesting of a unit. And who knows? I mean, easy A's are a thing. I mean, a couple of the Super Battle Road War units have gotten the easy A, so eventually this guy will too. So it's a matter of time, and maybe they'll make him a little bit more, optimized down the road. But for the time being, it's not a terrible unit, And of course, I brought in units to support this guy in terms of the Broly movie Super Saiyan Trunks unit. Of course, there's probably a couple others like Buddha and a couple of different. I think the Goten and Trunks from the GT Heroes, setup, obviously provides a boost to both Goku's family and Vegeta's family, so it's quite beneficial to have them, especially considering they provide 40% boost to attack and defense. And then otherwise, I did include, LR Gohan, as you see right now, just to see, what kind of benefit this guy would have. And of course, in order to really take advantage of the SBR LR Trunks, I wanted to activate legendary power at some point too, so that's kind of the whole purpose of bringing in LR Gohan. And again, similar story to Majin Vegeta as an example that I brought earlier. It does make some of the LRs on the relevant categories get their 18 key super attack a little bit better, at least for the ones that tend to struggle a little bit to get that 18 key. So in that regard, it's certainly beneficial to have. In terms of the overall performance, it could certainly range anywhere from 2.7 to 3.9, 4.1 million, maybe upwards like 4.5 million, depending on the rotation in terms of offensive ability. But from a defensive standpoint, I think the top line for this unit was like 147k, which is pretty good from a defensive standpoint. Maybe it was a little bit higher. I don't know. I don't necessarily remember every single rotation, but yeah, I mean, overall, it's a decent unit. I think, for me personally, I really do love the card art, so that's kind of why I wanted to go ahead and grind the link levels and make sure I get level 10 across the board. It's not more so curiosity. I just happen to like the card art quite a bit, and to be 100% honest with you, I think a lot of the units I work on in terms of link skill leveling really does depend on, how much I like the card art too, along with, some of the skill sets. So that's pretty much my take on the unit. Certainly not a bad one. I guess, at some point Global will get it as well, but, for you guys, you would get a heads up on how the unit performs, so I guess it's kind of a future outlook on it. But let me know what you guys think in terms of the unit themselves. Have you tested it? What do you think about, the overall skill sets about the unit? Let me know in the comments, but for the time being, hopefully you enjoyed the showcase for the 100% potential free-to-play LR Trunks from Super Battle Road and max level links. With that being said, I will go ahead and end things here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.